Today, we're bringing you into the heart of an electrifying wild boar hunt in Turkey, a land of jagged mountains and unpredictable terrain. An urgent alert came in. Dozens of wild boars were rampaging through crops, threatening local communities. Wasting no time, our team flew straight from the US to Turkey to team up with local hunters in this large-scale pursuit. This is a high-stakes operation, demanding razor-sharp preparation and lightning-fast action. Drop a comment with 1 if you're ready to join us on this wild boar adventure. Every November, the rural fields of Denizli, Turkey, come alive with the excitement of the corn harvest. But this year, that joy quickly turned to chaos. Night after night, wild boars tore through the fields, leaving destruction in their wake. Seeing months of hard work trampled before our eyes, I knew we couldn't stand by. Fueled by determination, I joined forces with local hunters to plan a relentless and strategic hunt. This region is famed as a wild boar haven, and true to its reputation, it didn't take long before our next target appeared. We moved with precision, cutting off its escape route. From a prime vantage point, I took steady aim and squeezed the trigger. Simultaneously, my teammate struck another boar. In what felt like mere seconds, we had expertly brought down 2 boars. Flawless execution. This double strike only fueled our resolve. The entire team tightened their focus, hearts pounding with anticipation. Suddenly, a dark shape bolted across the field. Instinctively, we dropped low into the tall grass, holding our breath, eyes locked on the target. In a flash, before the boar could sense danger, a burst of gunfire echoed through the field. Just like that, the boar collapsed in the middle of the open terrain. Have you ever hunted wild boars with a firearm? If yes, drop a 2 in the comments. If not, leave a 3. Meanwhile, a high-stakes chase was unfolding in John's zone. With his seasoned instincts and pinpoint shooting, the boar in front of him went down swiftly and cleanly. Once again, the hunting dogs proved invaluable, flushing a massive beast from the dense brush. It lunged straight toward us, but I was ready. Rifle raised, I took aim and fired. The wild boars here are no ordinary prey. Bold, fierce, and utterly fearless. Some even charge head-on. Luckily, we keep our cool under pressure, striking with precision every single time. As we shifted to a new vantage point, strange rustlings echoed from the far side of the field. In an instant, a boar burst into view, trying to make a break for it, but luck wasn't on its side. A few sharp, precise shots rang out, and it collapsed. Moments later, we received reports of a whole herd hiding in a cornfield mid-harvest. We raced over, and chaos erupted. The boars poured out like a raging river. Bullets flew, yet only one went down. With so many still on the loose, it's clear this hunt is far from over. Tomorrow we return for round 2. What you just saw wasn't a hunt for thrill or glory. It was a full-scale operation to combat a real crisis. In central France's Allier region, Wild boars have brought entire farms to their knees. Once pristine grain fields are now ripped apart. Irrigation systems are damaged, and crops lie destroyed. Beyond the agricultural chaos, there's a constant threat of disease spreading. Last October, local authorities called on the hunting community for help. I joined nearly 40 expert sharpshooters to form a specialized team, zeroing in on adhere, the heart of the wild boar invasion. We divided into smaller squads, each made up of 4 to 6 hunters, strategically assigned to paths the boars frequented. Hidden behind thick bushes, a lone boar appeared, alert and cautious. It froze, sensing danger. Seizing the split-second opportunity, I aimed and fired. Down it went. That first successful shot set the pace, and soon a full herd of wild boars emerged, unaware of the trap we had set. Wild boars in Texas have grown into a major menace, wreaking havoc on both farms and the environment. With millions roaming unchecked, they relentlessly trample crops and uproot fields, leaving farmers struggling to keep up. As darkness falls, their activity spikes, turning night into a time of destruction. Without decisive control measures, this wild boar threat will only intensify, bringing unpredictable and potentially disastrous consequences. After local reports of a massive herd tearing through the area, we headed straight for Texas. The state met us with a breathtaking sunset stretching over endless fields. Beautiful, but hiding a dangerous truth. Clever, massive beasts lurking, ready to wreak havoc. We geared up for tonight's operation, loading advanced equipment and preparing for limited visibility. In the pitch black, our thermal imaging systems became the difference maker. We steadied our aim, took careful shots,
Hey, what you got there, bud?
and then decided when to pull the trigger. We slipped into a nearby orchard and scattered grain across a bare patch. Bait too good to resist. True to form, massive wild boars rolled in, noses buried in the dirt, unknowingly feasting on what would be their last meal. I steadied my breath, took one clean, precise shot, and the first boar dropped instantly. The herd erupted in panic, trampling over itself in a desperate bid to flee. But the chase wasn't finished. We stayed on their trail, cutting them down one after another. As they gorged on their favorite bait, I slipped into position and locked onto my target. I drew a slow breath, then squeezed the trigger. The shot cracked through the night, and one by one the boars fell. Flawless execution. Real results.
Hey, what you got, bud?
Tonight we set out again, driven by grit and fury. Fingers tight on our weapons, we swore this threat would end. Chaos unfolded before us. Wild boars ravaging the field, trampling crops like it was their own feast. Each beast loomed huge and brutal, their coarse fur throwing shadowy silhouettes in the night. Even with their sharp instincts and heightened vigilance, their cunning wouldn't save them tonight. We crouched low, absolute silence falling over us. Everything was in place. Their nightmare was about to begin. I've hunted plenty of times, but never faced a herd this massive and ferocious. Without a second thought, we slid into position. Gunfire erupted in relentless bursts. We felled many, yet their sheer numbers made it impossible to wipe them all out at once. Still, we pressed forward, relentless, refusing to let a single one slip away. With a herd this size, there were undoubtedly more lurking just out of sight. We couldn't let a single one escape. One clean, precise shot brought down the largest and fattest boar, the undisputed leader of the pack. Chaos erupted as the others scattered, but their chances of survival were gone. Within seconds, more shots rang out, leaving dark, motionless shapes littering the ground. A fitting end for these bold intruders daring to challenge human territory. Thanks for watching all the way through. Show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, stay tuned for more thrilling hunts. Giraffes are fascinating creatures, often seen moving gracefully in herds ranging from just a handful to over 20 individuals. Their social structure is flexible, adapting fluidly to changing conditions and group dynamics. Today, roughly 68,000 giraffes roam the wild, and in recent years, their numbers have shown encouraging growth. This rebound reflects the success of targeted conservation efforts, offering hope for the species and highlighting the powerful impact of wildlife protection initiatives. In certain regions, authorities allow giraffe hunting to help maintain a population that stays within the limits the environment can support. This approach prevents overpopulation, protects food sources and habitats, and reduces potential human-wildlife conflicts. These hunts are tightly regulated, following strict seasons and guidelines to ensure the sustainability of giraffe populations in the wild. Do you agree with this method? If so, give this video a like. If not, leave a comment with the number 5. Hunting giraffes with bows and arrows adds a whole new level of skill and patience to the experience. It demands a deep understanding of the animal's behavior and a more personal, immersive connection with the environment. Many hunters feel this method fosters greater respect for the prey, given the precision and focus required. However, ethical concerns exist, especially the risk of prolonged suffering if the shot isn't accurate or the hunt isn't conducted responsibly. That's why strict regulations and a focus on animal welfare are essential to balance the challenge with respect for wildlife. Understanding giraffe behavior and prioritizing safety during the hunt is absolutely essential. These are massive, powerful animals, so careful planning is crucial to prevent dangerous situations. Staying hidden, moving quietly, and knowing the proper shooting distance all contribute to a safer and more ethical hunt. Equally important is making sure no one is in the line of fire, a core part of hunting etiquette that helps prevent accidents. Ultimately, preparation, knowledge, and respect for both the animal and fellow hunters are the keys to conducting a responsible and safe giraffe hunt. Minimizing suffering during the hunt is a cornerstone of ethical hunting. Understanding giraffe anatomy, particularly the areas that allow for a quick, humane kill, is essential to keeping the hunt as painless as possible. A well-placed shot to the chest or neck, where vital organs are located, greatly reduces the risk of prolonged suffering. The hunter's skill, preparation, and respect for the animal all play a critical role in ensuring the hunt remains humane. When conducted responsibly, this approach demonstrates a true commitment both to the sport and to the well-being of the giraffe population. Focusing on humane and sustainable methods to manage giraffe populations is crucial for long-term conservation and fostering a balanced relationship between humans and wildlife. Habitat restoration and community education are powerful tools to ensure giraffes and other species can thrive. Promoting ecotourism as an economic alternative gives local communities a real incentive to protect their natural surroundings, benefiting both people and wildlife. By prioritizing the welfare of giraffes, we create opportunities for coexistence that support all parties involved. Thank you for sharing this perspective, and I look forward to exploring more in your upcoming videos.